Alright, welcome back to another Baldur's Gate 3 video of the Dark Urge playthrough. I am playing as a drow, and we were infected with a mind flayer parasite in through the eyeball, and also we are hunted by this unknown thing called the Dark Urge. Crash landed from the mind flayer ship, found some allies, and so finally we are exploring the area around us a little bit deeper. So let's go ahead and continue. And I am all bundled up today because it's really cold outside. And even in the house a little bit. Alright.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Or
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Oh gosh. Okay, well let's see our chances on this roll.
There is a great divine energy indeed, but the source is unclear.
Alright, so let's go ahead and move forward. Oops. And leave camp. And so we are at the Emerald Grove. We just got here, so let's go ahead and explore. Potato. So yeah, it's pretty cold. We had to prepare for the oncoming weather. It is basically going to get below freezing, so we had to bring in all of my fruit trees. And we also have our little
adventurers,
mini
and even a
face
drow.
on.
No one in years,
And then, of
suddenly
course,
we're
the
overwhelmed.
layers, the hat, the jacket,
And
the
thank
nice
you for
comfy
beating back
socks,
those
all
goblins.
the things,
Most
hot
brave of
coffee,
you. Is there
and
anything you
plenty
need?
of cuddling
Act
with
fast
the
if you
cats.
do. The ritual will be complete before too long. Ah, I forgot, you're a blow-in. A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave. A drastic measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We Druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
So funny sounding, just some bits and bobs. So yeah, we're definitely been preparing for the freeze. It got cold last night, it's cold today. We've been like cuddling with our cats on the couch, and not all of them are on the best of terms, but they're all cuddled up together, so I guess they have all made amends for the inclement weather. And for example, our kitten Freya and our cat Cloud don't exactly get along, but as of right now they are cuddling side by side, and it is so cute, and it gives me hope that they'll get along better in the future, because that definitely has been a struggle. She pretty much fits in with everybody, but for some reason her and Cloud just don't really see eye to eye. But everybody's put aside any hard feelings, and they're all cuddled up today, and it is so adorable. And that's basically how I spent my morning. But eventually, because they've been like that for hours, eventually I had to get up to use the restroom. and do stuff like cook breakfast, etc. So, but they're still at it. It's pretty cold. None of them has really gone out into the catio today. Let's see. Just sell all this extra stuff because we don't really need it. So yeah, yesterday we brought in a bunch of my fruit trees that are subtropical, so they can't handle below certain temperatures. But thankfully I have an Excel sheet, so it basically tells me, like, I created it. I created it myself, and it tells me what fruit tree, when I got it, when it's expected to produce, and what month. And then also I put in a column for cold tolerance. So for example, like my apple trees can go to -20 versus like my mango trees are subtropical trees and they can't go under 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So definitely all the mangoes had to come in. I knew that right away. So we just kind of referred to that, and it helped make easy work. Pretty much just sell all of this. Rubies is pretty, but I don't need it. I don't think I need an ingot. I don't think I need any of that. Alright.
Sylvanas.
And then I think I forgot to equip these gloves, so let's equip them. And that works for now. So yeah, we ended up having to bring in 17 fruit trees into our dining area, so they're just all kind of piled in there. The cats definitely had a blast when we first brought them in, because it was just like kitty entertainment. They were just jumping around, crawling around all the fruit trees and whatnot. So it'll be nice and safe for the
We
freeze.
can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Let's see. Let's use our Paladin special response. Where the weak have need, the strong have a duty.
Just like I was saying, I don't want all these lives on my conscience. We need to stay.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
Well, that was simple enough.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
What's that?
Next, we found a pouch. And inside the pouch,
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a
gold and
run
a
for it.
bloodstone.
That orc seems a little too interested in me.
Alright.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Guess that's that.
Oh, right. Go for the heart.
He seems so unsure of himself.
Children! Look who's here.
Next time the goblins come, I'll be ready.
They're so different.
This is boring. We should train against real goblins.
If you can. Rest if you can't.
Go on. Give me your best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
It's good advice. You do well to listen.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Who is she?
Her name is Karlach. An archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Let's join forces and I'll help you cast this devil back into the hells.
An excellent suggestion, but your party's full up. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
Go to my camp.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
Alright.
I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two.
They're so cute. Let's do the Silverin special dialogue. Since I'm a Silverin drow, it says, you must outsmart and outmaneuver. Your greatest weapon is your cunning.
Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
I totally get like Umi's struggle. He's like, go for the heart, because I was once put in martial arts. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. And I definitely am not a fighter. I just don't have the correct headspace for it, I guess. It feels so weird and I just couldn't really get into it. And at one point I was made to spar with someone much younger and smaller than me. And I was so in my head about it, like I didn't want to hit her. And I mean, I should have won the spar. Like I feel like it was essentially like an easy win. And I just couldn't. Like, I ended up losing to her, and it was a little embarrassing because she was like a lot smaller and younger than me. But yeah, it's not something that comes to me. Like, I'm not a fighter. I always say like I'm just like a pacifist kind of through and through.
Harry, strike.
So it's hard for me, I guess, to understand the mindset it takes. That's just not how I work. Let's see. Aside from exploring it in video games, I guess. So let's see. Interesting technique. Having some trouble.
Nothing but.
Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the Druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
I'm pretty useless too. Not Joy though. Let's demonstrate a swing. Show him the fluidity of movement he lacks. Add the bonus. Yeah, I ended up quitting. I stayed in a little longer than I wanted to because I noticed my instructor had kind of given up. And at one point, like, he told me to, like, just go to the sidelines. And so that kind of pissed me off and gave me motivation. But it's just not in it. I just don't have the heart, I guess.
Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike. Yes.
Maybe things will be different
You
now.
really know what you're doing.
It's hard for me to
Found this
get
by
into
the
it.
road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Let's see. Keep one last thing. Don't shout your moves. Spoils the surprise for your foe.
Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Keep training. In time, you will make short work of goblins.
Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The Druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime. Let's go this way.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Yes, and I suggest you do as she says.
Lower.
Wait for the Tiefling to obey. Kind of feel bad for him.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me.
Kind of mean. Sometimes the looks you exchange are hilarious.
You can keep your innards.
Poor guy.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge you soon enough.
Poor guy.
Please. I've been through enough.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jeez, I feel bad.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Do you plan to be that rough with everyone we meet?
Rough? Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh.
When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough?
Enough, just tell me what's our next move.
The Tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
Did you say Tiefling?
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run.
No, it's Faerun.
The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Alright.
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap.
Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice. Shoes.
I'm gonna buy the ends off your kid. You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
But she would have
Your
if she
mind
could have.
wanders. If the crossbow bolt shot through her mouth, would she taste the metal before she died?
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Let's stand back and admire her overflowing hate.
Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed.
Here it comes, you little beast.
Yeah.
That goblin won't be the last.
It was wrong.
It was justice. Or the start of it. There. Done.
How long until Roman shows off his thunder wave?
Wait.
Depends. How many people are...
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Stop thinking about delicious dwarf and take the bowl.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
There's no time to waste.
Alright, everybody line up.
You! Saw you fancy it best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
A bowl of grey goo reminds me of home.
You've been on hard times too, huh? Look in your eyes says otherwise. Here, have more. We'll need every bit of strength to make it to Baldur's Gate. Trust me.
Maggots will be done.
There. Done. You! Saw you fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
This a delicacy of your land. I'll try anything once.
That's a good attitude. Here, have more. We'll need every bit of strength to make it to Baldur's Gate. Trust me.
Keep your distance, darling.
Last but not least.
You best to fill your belly now, while we still can. You've been a...
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face in front of a troll.
In it.
You're an idiot.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh. You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
As you down the potion, a comforting warmth spreads through you.
I swear you're still as peaky looking.
Let's see. I've been better. It's difficult to explain.
Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
Why, she sounds positively demented. I love it. Let's tell her everything.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
Okay. There's something awful about my instincts, about my desires.
Then let old Auntie Ethel have a look at you. First things first. Tell me what's at you.
I know nothing of my past, and my brain feels thick as a bog.
No. That's as serious gets. Our past defines us, Petal. Without it, why, we could be anyone. Were you hurt recently? An accident of some sorts? That could explain things.
Huh. Either 3 or 4. Let's go with 4. All I know is that right now I imagine drowning you in the boiling stew over there.
Oh, you cheeky pup. That might scare someone else, but I know what naughty girls need. A bit of love and care. If I was back in my tea house, I'd make you a cuppa and tell you to put your feet up. Alas, here I can only tell you to be kind to yourself, Petal. And encourage you to browse my bits and pieces, of course. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Myself included.
Thank you for being so nice to me.
Sure. What else am I here for? Bye now, Petal. Hello, Petal. Need anything? Any lotions or potions?
I need help. I've been infected by a mind flayer parasite.
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. But I confess that doesn't explain all your symptoms. Some of the things you told me, why, I've never heard of a parasite doing that. This is serious. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but yes, I may have something at home.
Such as... Or my time could be running short. I can't afford to spend it paying you a house visit. Let's do such as...
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Hey, bother. Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face would frighten a troll. You're an idiot.
Damn goblins!
Let's ogle the gash on her flesh.
You lose yourself in the scab's weeping sea. It is no masterwork, but it provides a base bliss to gaze upon.
Like the sight of blood, do you?
Thought you'd have had your fill at the gate. Might be more blood spilled yet, if Zevlor starts in on the lectures again.
He let you in, didn't he? It could have been worse.
Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard.
So you just left your friend to the goblins?
These weren't no normal goblins. And Liam weren't no friend, all right? Just another raw recruit, thought he was in some storybook. Small mercies.
Bex?
Wound looks clean. Small mercies.
If it ain't the friendly drow. Thought you were with the goblins when you showed up at the gate. Glad you weren't. You fight well. Not like them bloody tieflings.
You might have had an easier time here if you demonstrated more honor in your dealings.
Please. A good sword will get you farther than honor any day. What do you want, anyway? I ain't local. I knew the fella in charge, but barely said 2 words to the devil's swarm in his place.
And whose home is this exactly?
Druids. And they ain't the friendly type. The only one of them worth a damn was the leader, and he ain't here anymore.
What makes you think they're not friendly?
They're like trees more than they like people.
You got along with their leader, though.
Better than the others, but not well enough to risk my neck for him.
We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
You ran away from a few goblins.
Wasn't no few goblins, mate. There's an entire hive of them. Contract failed to mention that part.
Did you think getting rich would be easy?
Don't know what I expected. That much gold for some long-lost relic. And from a wizard, too.
I should have known. The gold probably turns to lead the moment you leave Baldur's Gate. Stupid thing to die for.
Just tell me where to find the relic.
It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die. Can't wait to get back to the gate.
Dennis?
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. Thanks. I suppose we'll all need it.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
Let's see. Knowing me, there's a high chance I will start a fire and be sent to jail.
Know what you mean?
Do we ever?
But I've heard there's all sorts in the city. It might not be like it was in El Terrell. I mean, in Baldur's Gate, they give you a chance.
Good luck to you. Wish us a little too. I think we'll all need it.
Surely destined for the slaughter. What would be more perfect than to die by your love's side? And no love was not enough.
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need... My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Hells take me. True. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
There. Done.
I'll talk to the guards. No helping it sound like we're exposed. We've known enough grief this 10-day traveler. Don't be the cause of more.
Die for the hell of thinking of this place. I'm never gonna...
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He's still staring right past you. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
Oh, dear. I thought I made it. Well,
You look the rocks over, but
I've got a long road ahead.
Don't touch me. A crooked touch.
What to do?
Oh! Hey! You're one of those drow, right? I heard stories about you. How you all live underground and steal kids away.
here's a hint of the wolf sworn that should you see a pair of red eyes, run.
Oh. Okay. Hey. Would you like to see something fun? Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. You haven't seen anything yet, lady. Go on, take the ring and watch your fortune change. Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails? Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested? Okay, fair. Let's go again. Heads or tails? Call it. Heads! There. Happy? Really? I mean, fine. Heads or tails? Heads! There. Happy? Lady, come on. Okay. Heads or tails? Heads! There. Happy? Fine. Heads or tails? Heads! There. Happy? Heads or tails? Heads! There. Happy? You're killing me here, lady. You really are. Just take the ring, huh? Free sample. Now, you want to take a look at the other stuff I got? Or maybe you just want to go? You got it. One sec. That's what I got. You bought...
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn. You notice she's trembling. The tears streaming down her cheeks are indeed real.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Hey, you here to trade or... Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
We could help each other. Fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away.
I'd rather you not get eaten.
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
Those dirt kissers would let us die for the sake of their bloody grove.
We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh!
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
She was caught. Foolish child. Let them judge her.
Jeez, Lizzo. She's just a child.
Thank you. They won't give us the
I
time
have
of
the
day.
wrong companions for
Hurry!
this.
I'm at the end of my tether as is. Can't take this waiting.
Everybody just keeps disapproving.
She must be terrified.
Adventurers, what have you heard?
Carl Magrin, give her a chance. You, step back. We'll not tolerate drow in here.
That's awfully mean. If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins.
Kick back, force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Why would she allow one of them? I suppose so. You! Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead, but a word of warning. One wrong move and every single animal here will tear you apart.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
A death viper. You've milked their poison before. A single drop of it could kill that child in a heartbeat.
Imprison her, she's just a child.
She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike. The death of a child. A timeless tragedy that never grows old.
Let's do Paladin Persuasion. Maybe? Jeez, I mean, I don't want to let her die. Let's first try to snap out of it. You actually don't want the snake to kill the child. Your mind does, but your heart doesn't. So snap out of it.
Her life matters more than satiating your dark fantasies. You focus, and they're gone. But clearly this child's life is in danger.
I draw the line there. Children and animals. Anytime an animal dies in entertainment in the script, I am extremely offended. You should never kill animals, even if fictionally. I hate it. I hate it so much. So like my husband and I were watching this show on Apple called Foundation, and let's just say these travelers had a companion that was with them, and something happens and the companion animal dies. And I was like, why would they do that? That was pointless. There was no need for the animal to die. I was very mad. Let's see. Let's see. Persuasion, Paladin Persuasion. Let's do Paladin Persuasion. Make your case, and I will pass judgment.
Very well. I'll defer to your ruling. My circle has offered grace to these outsiders. We gave them shelter from storm. We nourished their bellies. In return, these devils lured in a horde of goblins. And their spawn stole the one relic that might keep us safe. We've taken back our relic. But I will keep the fiend caged till our protection rite is complete.
Alright, what do you have to say for yourself, child?
I was scared. They said when the rite was over we'd have to leave. But there's goblins out there and worse. And it's nice here. So I took the idol. I thought maybe then we could stay. Please let me go. I'll be good, I swear.
Well, Paladin, what say you?
Justice means nothing without mercy. Let her go.
Thank you! Thank you, thank you!
Tila, to me!
He always thought he was here.
My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. Positive. You can trust me on that.
A deep elf. In our grove, on this day. A sign. Or rather, a gift. Who better to understand a watchful broodmother than a beloved child of Loth?
Except I have no love for the Queen of Spiders.
Indeed. But you do exhibit a talent for self-preservation. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. Is it not her nature to strike at invaders? No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanas, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. The rite of thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanas demands that we choke them out. Nothing! They've done everything. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to the Tiefling leader. Zevlor, he's called. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
They did a number on you, didn't they? Does that hurt?
Oh.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
This medicatrix.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what? Drow. Last time I saw one of you folk, he tried to slit me open.
I hope you're more agreeable. That's neither here nor there. Look, you obviously want something. What is it? You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe. Crawled in? Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles. I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
You've been caught in the act. So much for the perfect crime.
Handed back.
You've won leniency, but lost your ill-gotten gains.
Okay. I hate it, because sometimes things are like outlined white. Which means it should be okay to take. But then like they act as if you're stealing.
There's something in there.
Don't worry about him on the table. I'm not in the habit of killing drow. He attacked Master Halsin and I in the woods, leading a pack of goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events? Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though? It's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow. Hard to say, but there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne, and I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers, joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back. The thing is, I've sent birds to find him, but the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound? Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Wyvern poison. Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
Any word on Master Halsin? Please hurry. For both...
Well, hello.
Take it one step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Can't give up now.
Watch your back.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader. Master Halsin. Perhaps goblin caught, perhaps dead. He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to task, stop this damned ritual. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
That mural, they look like Dark Justiciars.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild? You recall stories of an alliance between Druids and the Harpers, but the details are vague. The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. The broken helmet bears the mark of Shah, the Dark Lady. And if the darkest one is Shah, Moonrise must be her celestial sister.
Ooh.
By claw and tooth from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The mural depicts a ritual, but you do not recognize the deity involved. The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Do my eyes deceive me? A drow! Here! Forgive my surprise. It's rare to find your kind above ground. Rare and intriguing on a day already packed with intrigue.
You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns.
A mythweaver. This man has no respect for truth.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? The truth, my friend. Not a jot more or less. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? Really? Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use.
Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back pocket?
Until we meet again.
Yes, I see.
Alright. So we've mostly explored the Emerald Grove, but I'm gonna go ahead and end things there. So thanks for joining me and watching, and you have a good, wonderful rest of your day, and take care.